My name is Stanley Mickelson, and I am running for re-election to the Dartmouth Select Board. During the last 3 years, I have been party to many positive decisions and initiatives. There are more actions and measures to be completed and many more to be initiated. Currently, no issue is more important and needing strong leadership than the construction of the proposed police station. I am confident in the process and recommendations of the Police Advisory Board. I want to be the leader in assuring the new station is brought to fruition as currently recommended. I want to continue to lead our town along a path that has yielded a positive and non-controversial period of governance. Dartmouth has been calm and progressive and is leading the Commonwealth in several critical areas. I rue the notion that our citizens might look back on the next 3 years and ask, what were they thinking? The town needs to assure a viable future. As the investing giants tell us, the past is not always indicative of the future. However, there are several accomplishments to note because they are indicative of strength and foresight of good leadership. Dartmouth has a AAA bond rating. This allows us to borrow at the very best rates available. We have secured grants for open space, assuring our town will maintain its character and our scenic beauty will be preserved. We've maintained jobs by awarding tax incentives to keep employers in Dartmouth. The study presented by the Dukakis Center for Urban and Regional Policy of Northeastern University has praised Dartmouth to be well positioned for further economic development. Cited predominantly was the strength and leadership of the town's government and its infrastructure. These efforts often happen outside the public's eye, but the efforts are ongoing and relentless for the town. I'm proud to be part of those efforts and in some cases the primary mover. Our town government is working for the people. The lack of controversy in town management demonstrates the voters' confidence and approval of our direction. I am proud to be part of the decisions and management team making this possible. There is more to accomplish, like the repurposing of the vacant commercial buildings and land along Route 6 retail corridor. There is more to finish and more to begin. I ask for your vote on April 4th to continue the town's initiatives and improvements so vital to Dartmouth's future. After 3 years, I'm just warming up. I better understand the mechanisms and methods to accomplish positive government for Dartmouth. Again, I am Stanley Mickelson, and I ask for your vote April 4th. Thank you.
I am Lori Ann Miller, and I'm asking for your vote on Tuesday, April 4th, 2017, for the Board of Selectmen. Over the years, many residents have asked me to run for Select Board. I find that I now have more time to give back to the town. I have served on the Planning Board for over 25 years. I have been a town meeting member for 30 years. I have been the town representative to Serped, Southeastern Regional Planning and Economic Development District, for 30 years, serving as vice chair for 2 and chairman for 3 years. I also served on the Finance, Personnel, and Executive Committee at Serped and was on the search committee for the new executive director. I was the vice chairman of MAPR, the Massachusetts Association of Regional and Planning Agencies, for 2 years. I have served on numerous other committees as chairman, vice chairs, treasurers, and assistant chairs. As a chairman of Serped, I worked with local, regional, and state officials to help get the first traffic lights and the Fonts Corner Road and 195 interchange updated. Having worked with local, regional, state, and private boards, I have developed a good working knowledge of town, regional, state government, and procedures. I am experienced in running meetings with a small and large attendance. I am a firm believer in open government with public input. We must look at all sides of every issue and vote in the best interest of the whole town. We need to protect our quality of life, our schools, natural resources, open spaces, and farms, while ensuring Dartmouth remains an affordable place to live and raise our children and grandchildren. With that in mind, the Select Board's biggest concerns in the future will be fiscal. How will we maintain the same level of services and quality of life and maintain our tax rate at the same time? I am more than ready to help tackle this issue. A longtime resident and graduate of the Dartmouth school systems, we moved to New York for 4 years. We knew what we were missing and moved back to Dartmouth when it was time for our daughter and son to go to the Dartmouth school system and enjoy the quality of life here. I am a retired certified dental assistant who decided to start a second career and has worked as a district and store manager for 16 years for Bonworth, in which I deal with hiring, firing, reviews of personnel, budget, schedulings, and opening and closing stores. Again, I ask for your vote on Tuesday, April 4th, 2016, but more importantly, please go out and vote.
Hello, my name is Chris Garth, and I'm seeking re-election to the school committee. As many of you know, I am the parent of 3 children, a member of town meeting, and a volunteer in local organizations. I am also an experienced educator and leader in the education field. I'm running for the school committee again because I believe in the potential of the Dartmouth schools to be one of the best school systems in Massachusetts. I am proud that I'm the only candidate in the race with a record of fighting for additional educational funding and a school system that is better today than it was yesterday. 3 years ago, our district was in trouble. Resignations from our top administrators and eroding confidence in our schools challenged our schools' ability to succeed. You trusted me at that time with your vote, and I'm proud to report that confidence has improved. Together, we stabilized the district leadership and have made progress in many areas as a result. In the past 3 years, we have expanded pre-K and kindergarten programs. We have provided more students with transportation to school and invested more than $1 million in our infrastructure and our educational technology. While we have rebuilt trust in our schools, there is more work that needs to be done. Recently, I spoke with a parent who took his child out of the Dartmouth schools because he became frustrated with what was, in his words, a growing inability for Dartmouth to be as great as it could be. I hear that more often than I should in this town. And though I am proud that my children have, do, and will attend the Dartmouth schools, I agree we need to aspire to do more. With your help, we can do this. We need to continue working on communication with every stakeholder in the district. We must also convince the community that the school committee and our administration are good listeners. We need to embrace the professionalism of our staff and their unions as partners in our success, and we must commit to provide safe and adequate space for our children to learn, ensuring that no matter who you are or where you live in town, you have access to the best that Dartmouth can offer. To do this, Dartmouth must address its growing educational funding gap. We must seek a funding formula that maximizes investment in the classroom and in the professional treatment of our employees. We must continue to explore innovative programs and add revenues to schools without harming our core mission, but the school committee and town officials must work together to move Dartmouth out of the bottom 10% and closer to the state average in school funding. In short, our instructional program needs to achieve the kind of success that our athletic and musical programs often see. We need to expand opportunities so that all students have access to pre-K, STEM courses at the middle school, and AP courses at the high school. And we need to convince families that Dartmouth High is their best option for 21st century college and career readiness. If you share my vision, please consider voting for me on April 4th. Thank you.
Hello, I am Carol Karafotis and have made the decision to run for re-election to the Dartmouth School Committee, because I am committed to the Dartmouth schools and its efforts to meet the needs of a diverse population of students. I've enjoyed my first term on the school committee and believe that a number of positive changes have been made. However, in any organization, there needs to be a focus on continuous improvement, and that needs to be part of the culture of the system, including each individual school, department, and classroom. I am hoping that being on the committee, I can add my small part to this goal. Specifically, I would like to see the continuation of the strategic plan that has been developed and is now being implemented by the Dartmouth schools. The strategic plan provides us with a vision of our schools, a format in order to implement the vision, as well as a method of assessing what we are doing to ensure we are accomplishing our goals. The three major areas of the plan pertain to teaching and learning, which involves the implementation of quality instruction that is aligned with research-based strategies, as well as a curriculum that is based on the best knowledge and is horizontally and vertically aligned. Access and equity. This goal focuses on enabling all students to have access to all aspects of the school day with a focus on academics and social emotional growth. And community engagement. What are the ways we can ensure that our continuing efforts to reach out to parents in order to engage them in the schools, activities, as well as programs of interest to parents as well as the whole community? Finally, I believe that Dartmouth has been an excellent school system despite the challenges it has faced through the years. The heart of the system is its staff and what they contribute to the lives of our students. Dartmouth is most fortunate to have excellent teachers and staff working in our schools. This staff continually strives to ensure an exceptional learning experience for all students. I've been most proud to be a member of the Dartmouth School Committee, and I hope I will have your vote for a second term. Thank you.
My name is Kathleen Amaral, and I am running for school committee here in Dartmouth. I have 3 children, all receiving education in district. I have a 9th grader at the high school. I have a 6th grader at Dartmouth Middle School who's on a pretty comprehensive IEP, and I have a 1st grader at DeMello. While I've never saw election at this capacity, the timing was right. Most notably, I've been involved in the school for several years on committees and strategic planning, hiring committees and such, most notably the Special Education Parent Advisory Council. I do ask for your vote on April 4th. I am deeply passionate about quality education for all learners.